They wants that there should be at least 1 lakh people out of his followers who are ready to mold their lives according to his way of living. And his way of living can be told in one simple sentence: whatever we do for our Guru. Nothing in this world binds us. And on this principle, one can mold his entire life basing on the Gayatri Mahavigyan and Gayatri Mantra Japa as given by Pujya Gurudev. So those who are hearing this may form their own groups of yoga shilpis who will practice Gayatri Mantra Japa and will read Gayatri Mahavigyan and mold their life accordingly. The third one he wanted is plantation of 1 lakh of Ashoka trees. If we can decide that if on every birthday of ours we will plant a tree, it may be Ashoka tree or any of the Panchavati trees of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. This will help us a lot, as you can understand, in removing the pollution. Trees are the best source of removing not only pollution, but trees are the best source of again bringing the devas and human beings into one bond. This is given a beautiful wording in Theosophical Society as the brotherhood of angels and men. So the plantation of trees not only removes the pollution, but also it helps us to bring an era where gods and men can again work together as in the days of Arjuna and others. The next target of Gurudev is the most important target, which is known as formation of tirthas in 1 lakh villages. Tirtha is now a very misunderstood term. It has almost become a jolly trip. You go to your tirtha just to enjoy or give some offering as if gods need your offering. So this tirtha aspect has to be understood as a place where you can jump off into the subtle and casual bodies. Tirtha means a shore from where you can go into the ocean. So because now that the tirthas have lost their importance, Pujya Gurudev wants to develop special tirthas, just as Puttaparthi and Shuddhi have become now the special tirthas. So you can understand now what we mean by Grama Tirthas. Just as a small village Puttaparthi has become a great tirtha because of such a site, because a small village Shirdi has become a great tirtha because of Shirdi site. We, if 1 lakh people can select each one village and convert that village into a tirtha, especially as Gayatri Tirtha, where the integral yoga, the yoga of heart and brain coming out as deeds, can be practiced. And if that village can become a source of power and knowledge and peace to humanity, Guruji's wish will be fulfilled in this regard. This is not very difficult, but it needs only a dedicated approach, understanding the totality of Pujya Gurudev's life and implementing it on ourselves and staying in that village. And the last and most important thing is, what Guruji wanted is a time of 1 lakh years. He wanted people to donate their time, and he wanted 1 lakh years. To hear this seems to be an impossibility, but Pujya Gurudev himself has given a calculation. He said, suppose a man gives 2 hours per day. So in 1 year, he gives about 700 years. 700 days. So in 1 year, a man gives 700 hours. You check the calculation. 2 hours per day. In 1 year, 700 hours. So in 1 year, a man is able to give 700 hours. We know that a man works for about 7 hours a day. So if you take 7 hours as a working day, it means 100 days. 700 years, hours divided by 700 days. And if a man takes this sankalpa in his 20th year and continues up to his 70th year, he gives about 12 years of his life for this work. And if about 8,000 people take such a dedication, in 12 years they can give 1 lakh years of time. But this means that all these 8,000 people for 12 years, every day should work for 2 hours with a well-planned, directed, executing policy. So these 5 targets is what Puja Gurudev wants from us. First is 1 lakh Kundis Gayatri Yajna. The second is 1 lakh people deciding to formulate and mold their life and then influence others to mold their life. Third, the most important thing is the relationship between the Deva and human kingdom by planting the trees, either the Ashoka tree or the Panchavatis, one of the Panchavatis of Paramahamsa Ramakrishna. And then the last 2 are most important, the giving of 2 hours per day for 20 years and then staying in one place for 20 years and making that place a tirtha, a grama tirtha. With this background, when we try to understand how we are to go ahead in our daily life, we find that the first is we should have a surrendered life. Every moment of ours, we should be careful and aware whether we are doing this work for personal interest or as an offering to our Puja Gurudev. The second is we should read and practice about Gayatri Mantra. You should do Gayatri Mantra Japa and you should read a lot of Gayatri Mahavigyan, and after that, if possible, many of the books written by Puja Gurudev as a thought revolutionary agents. And then, if possible, stay in some village and you become a replica of Puja Gurudev, following his life in thought, words and deeds. And then, if you can, all of us who are hearing this, try to give at least 2 hours per day in studying his life, his literature and practicing them.